Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey guys, what's up? I got another build for you today. This is the Crownless King. It is named after a kill switch engage song that hits hard, and this AC does not disappoint in that department. Full disclosure, I actually got the idea, I got most of the build from another YouTuber. His name is Oro Boro, and the build that he had was called Dragoon. It's in a series he does called Oro's Arsenal, and it is really fun to check out. Link in the description below, but please stick around to watch this one first if you don't mind. Let's go ahead and get into the weapons. The Zimmerman, mainly used to build stagger on the opponents. It's very, very good at that. It is actually one of the best weapons at that, in my opinion. It's a nice spread weapon. It's got a really, really wide spread on that shotgun, so I really like that. It's also really, really good for I think it's one of the few weapons in the game that can actually extend a stagger once the enemy is staggered, so that is definitely a benefit of this weapon. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Other thing you're going to notice is this massive lance on the left arm. Yes, this is my favorite melee weapon in the game. It has amazing punish potential, but I don't actually use this for the punish unless I absolutely have to, because on the back left we are looking at a laser slicer. I use this one for the punish. Yeah, the direct hit adjustment's a little lower, but yeah, the charge attack power is definitely a little bit higher, and the basho does amplify it, so I enjoy using that as the punish. And on the back right, we are running the laser drones right here. These little guys are great at building stagger and keeping up with faster enemies that might be running away from me. Yeah, the charge attack powers on this is cool if I do decide to charge it, but 9 times out of 10 I just send the 6 out and call it a day. Main battle strategy you want to use with this is you use the drones here and the shotgun here to build up their stagger to anywhere from about 60 to 80%, and then you get them in range of this thing, which is about 120 meters. You hit it. No, well, 120 meters or smaller. You hit the charge on this one. Hopefully you get that connection. You get that connection that sends them into a stagger. You switch weapons to the laser slicer. You shoot them with the shotgun to extend the stagger. Then you hit them with a charge on the laser slicer, and it is absolutely devastating, because hopefully the laser drones themselves are still shooting the enemy at that particular time. Yeah, this thing, like I said earlier, it definitely hits hard. This is designed to end the fight as quickly as possible. Let's move into the frame. I believe Oro used the Mind Alpha. I opted for the Mind Beta head, mainly because I wanted a little more stability, because there was some stability lost because I didn't use the same legs he did. But yeah, I see why he did use the Alpha. It's got wonderful statistics here, pretty nice statistics down here, and okay statistics through here, but like I said, I wanted that stability, so I took it with the Mind Beta, which is one of my favorite things about the Mind Beta. The attitude stability to the EN ratio is wonderful. Anyway, moving on to the core. We've got the Mind Alpha on core here. He used the same one on his build called the Dragoon, and it's easy to see why. Nice, well-balanced stats, very nice attitude stability, and very nice generator statistics. Sure, you can knock it for having a slightly subpar booster efficiency. It's not a huge deal. AP is probably the biggest glaring problem, and then right after that, probably the EN load. But I mean, in a package that weighs 16,500 units, it's not that bad. Anyway, moving on to the arms, Basho arms. It's a double melee build, guys. Come on, we need that melee specialization. We want to make sure it hits hard. Anyway, Melander C3s here. That is the leg part I chose for this build. We have an attitude stability of 835, which is good. I believe this is where Oro and I differ. I believe Oro did a Mind Alpha legs. It's easy to see why. absolutely wonderful stability, wonderful defenses and AP. Yeah, but it does lack a little bit here and it lacks a little bit here, and I like my ACs to be a little bit more nimble. I do use the Mind Alphas on a lot of builds. However, in this one I opted for the Melander C3s, mainly because they made me a little bit lighter, a little bit faster, and I could chase down my opponents a little bit easier. Speaking of chasing down an opponent, I am running the Grid Walkers, which have a pretty good thrust for chasing them down. Keeps my average speed up. Sure, the QB thrust is a little lacking and the time is a little lacking, but I usually try not to use QB unless I absolutely have to. Like, I don't know, I'm getting ready to get shot in the face with the bazooka, then I will use the QB. But other than that, no, I'm sucking up those missiles and those bullets without a care in the world. Anyway, I also love about the Grid Walkers is the upward thrust. I love being able to boost up in the air quickly to get to my opponents and melee them in the face. That's just a lot of fun. I believe Oro actually runs to Kikaku. It's easy to see why. Double melee build, you want to have that melee thrust, but melee thrust got a buff in the last patch, so I'm sticking with the Grid Walkers. Yeah, the QB is a little bit better, but these are an atrocity. I mean, just... my upward EN consumption is only 4 higher, and I've got over 1,000 better upward thrust for 4 EN. That's, yeah, and then this is slow. This is not for me. So this wouldn't actually boost my average speed if you added these together and divided by 2. My average speed would actually be slower with these, even though the QB is a little bit higher on those ones. But yeah, I'm keeping the Grid Walkers. I like them. Moving on to FCS, I'm running the Ocellus, which did get a nerf. It used to be 90 and now it's 81. Thanks, From Software. Anyway, yeah, I'm using this because I don't really need missile lock-on. My drones don't lock on via missiles because that has nothing to do with it. I do kind of want to try either this out or maybe even this just to see if it affects the drones and their behavior and their accuracy. I don't believe it does. But if you guys want to take the share ID after this and put it on there and prove me wrong, feel free. I will check out your builds. Just leave them in the comments below. Generator, Aorta. Yeah, like I said, this thing is not made for endurance, and running a coral generator, I think, is the easiest way. Running a coral generator is the heart of your AC is the easy way to say it's not made for endurance. Mainly because they do run out of energy. They're not the best at suppressing big radical boosters or anything. The best part about a coral generator is when they run out, they give you a big post-recovery EN supply. This one gives me 2/3 of my energy back, which is super nice. Yeah, that is the generator. This guy is not made for endurance fights. As I said earlier, he is made for getting in there and getting it done. Not a runaway build, necessarily a chase down build, but you'll suck up a lot of damage chasing people down sometimes. So, if the drones don't kill them, the shotgun doesn't kill them, the giant lance or the laser slicer don't get it done, I also equipped assault armor for my expansion because I want the fight to be over, and I want it to be over right now. That is the main battle strategy with Crownless King. Let's go ahead and show you guys what this guy can do. Come here, Freud. Alright, I haven't used this guy since the patch, so this could be entertaining. Oh, he ran into it! Oh, I didn't get him. I'm actually charged charge them. Nope! Oh, he got me! Oh, you want a melee? I can melee. Yeah, I can melee. Oh, yeah, it got me, did me below 50% AP. Yikes. I am rusty. Alright, guys, that was Crownless King getting rid of Freud in 29 seconds. Share ID going to be DJF1TPUUD4WM. If you like them, take them. If you modify them and you want to share them with me, please put the share ID in the comments below. I would just love to take a look at it and play around with it. I love using big giant robots to blow stuff up. It's always a good time. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.